You're too happy, and that's exactly why your manifestations aren't working. Now, you're probably thinking, what on earth am I talking about? How can being happy be a bad thing? What if I were to tell you it's true, and I can prove it to you scientifically and give you an easy solution? In this video, we are going to uncover why everything is energy. Once you learn to vibrate correctly, you control reality. Hi, I'm DC, your manifestation mindset coach. I started this journey because my life was completely out of alignment. My finances, health, and purpose were all in the negative. I hit a crossroads after my anchor. My mom transitioned, and I felt utterly alone. If you've ever felt that way, you aren't alone. It wasn't until I traveled to places like Dubai and invested thousands in elite training with the world's top thought leaders that I was able to bring order out of chaos. Now, I'm privileged to deliver the best of everything I've learned to people worldwide, whether you're at a turning point or already successful, but searching for more. Today, I'm showing you the science of how to turn your script into a blockbuster hit. So let's get right into it. In our last video, we discussed how emotional context creates not only lasting memories, but speeds up our manifestations with greater accuracy. We also did a workshop where we crafted your script into story form in order to invoke those emotions and thus create the world you want from your mind's eye. In this short video, we will fine-tune our vibrational state in order to channel our energy to exactly what we want and not what we don't want. I'll explain the science behind it and what is working in the background. Then we will conclude the video with a brief grounding meditation so the energy of our desires is planted firmly in the soil of our subconscious mind. So let's get right into it. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been madly in love or seen what it looked like? If you could recall that time or imagine what it would feel like, chances are you feel an exhilaration of high vibrational emotions. Life seemed easy and carefree. You two were the perfect match. Everything you did together was a joy, whether it was going on a romantic date or something simple like going to the grocery store. Then what happened? While it's true some relationships work out wonderfully, more likely what happened is that the honeymoon phase wore off, and in many cases, the red flags in the relationship that were there the whole time began to show their ugly head. In the initial high vibrational state, you ignored these warning signs. The same is true for our manifestations. When our vibrational state is too high, it's like a large magnet that pulls in both what we want and what we don't want. To better understand this, let's explain it in scientific terms. But before we get into that, let me ask you a question. Imagine if you could create the perfect storm on command to manifest your desires. Imagine if you had that relief and that ease in your body, knowing that what you want in your reality already is in the quantum field waiting for you, and you have that ability to go get it. Imagine if you were certain with limited worries and doubts that you were meant to live a life of abundance and true happiness. That's why you need what I call the master frequency. Now you're probably wondering, what on earth is the mastery frequency? Think of your vibration like a radio signal. Most people believe they just need to turn the volume up, getting too happy or hyper excited. But in physics, high intensity without rhythm is just noise. It's vibrational chaos. Here is why that high is actually blocking you. Imagine you're frantic and late for an interview. Your car keys are right on the counter in plain sight, but you look right at them and don't see them. This is known as emotion-induced blindness. Because your arousal level is through the roof, your brain blinds you to the solution. When you're hyper-aroused or desperate for a manifestation, you look right at the opportunity, the phone call or the connection, and your brain fails to register it as the key you've been asking for. To fix this, you need a coherent signal. This is heart-brain coherence, and the sweet spot is exactly 0.1 hertz. Think of your heart and brain like two people on a swing set. If one swings wildly while the other jumps, the frame shakes. But at 0.1 hertz, they swing in a perfect steady rhythm. It's effortless. Your heart sets the pace, your brain follows, and your nervous system finally feels safe enough to see those keys on the counter. This creates the ultimate power move, entrainment. Imagine a crowd at a concert clapping offbeat until the drummer starts a heavy, steady rhythm. Suddenly, the whole crowd claps in perfect time. The drum is the dominant signal. The world around you is that crowd. If you are vibrating chaotically, your reality stays messy. But when you hold that steady 0.1 hertz coherence, you become the drummer. The matrix has no choice but to eventually clap to your beat. Your reality synchronizes with your script because your signal is the most stable one in the room. Now you may be thinking, how do I obtain the mastery frequency? Let me tell you, it's easy. It comes down to two simple parts. Let's do an exercise. This will only work if you participate. To enter the mastery frequency, we're going to build the energy first, then tune it. Start by getting active, turn on some high energy music, dance, or recall a memory that makes your heart race with excitement. Feel that raw power building inside of you. Hold that high vibrational state for 1 full minute. Pause the video now if you need to. Really let it peak. Now gradually slow down, turn off the music. Take a slow, deep breath in and a long, steady breath out. Feel your heart rate begin to pace itself. As you settle into a quiet seat, close your eyes. We are moving into the mastery frequency. In this calm, rhythmic state, begin to visualize your dreams, but see them happening in slow motion. Watch every detail unfold with effortless grace. Because you've slowed the visual down to match your steady breath, your brain isn't just wishing. It's rewiring. You are no longer chasing the energy. You have become the stable, dominant signal that the world must follow. Take a moment as you breathe in and breathe out. Sit in the stillness and be with your visualizations. And once you're ready, take your time. As you slowly come back into the room and open your eyes.